Hello, people. Welcome to the FBA Season 8 Finals. It is Noah here, and it is currently about 8 a.m. Where I'm at, and it is also Finals Week, Monday of Finals Week, so I woke up early just for FBA Finals, even though I probably should be getting sleep for my actual exams and my university finals, but whatever. But yeah, so as you guys know, of course, FBA takes precedence over everything, so it doesn't really matter. We're all good. We're all good. So here we have the finals with let's see, we got DTD, Dutch which is Ryu, Impact, and Silvershine, versus DMT, Escafenel, and Mitch, and their teams are right down here. So you got Kyurem, Togekiss, Scizor, Swampert, Moltres, Olin Persian, Lantern, Shiinotic, Megalophony, Haunter, which is Dragapult, Rotom Heat, Slowbro, Greninja, Nidoqueen, Skuntank, Toxicroak, Ardino, Mega Mawile, and Abomasnow. So yeah, I'm just going to be recording this. My commentary might not be the best because I'm very tired and I just kind of woke up, but whatever. But yeah, so looking at both of it, or actually wait, they sent the match, I think. No, they didn't. They're not sent the match yet. Okay. So yeah, we got, let's see. So looking at the teams, so we got, both teams gotta have a very strong, well, okay, DTD has a nice Fairy Dragon Seal of Kyurem, Togekiss, Scizor, and that's kind of the main core. So the question is, can DMT deal with that? Dragapult's gonna have a tough time breaking that down. It's probably gonna have to run specs if it wants to do any damage. Rotom's actually pretty good here, but Kyurem's gonna be insane for GTD. They could even run a Subtoxic set, or they could just go specs and just nuke everything. If it's specs, Mawile is definitely not a switch-in. If it's Subtoxic, maybe Mawile can be a switch-in. They might actually run a more Spadef. Ardino is not going to be bulky enough to take on a Kyurem if it's specs. So yeah, I think it's really going to be about what this Kyurem is running. And this Kyurem can definitely just shit on DMT every time it comes in. What else? DMT is Scizor, or DTD is Scizor. DMT can kind of deal with it. I mean, they do have Rotom Heat. But, Rotom Heat doesn't have any reliable recovery, so once it's chipped down, Scizor's looking pretty good. And then, of course, there's Lopunny, which doesn't have a switch-in on the entire team. So, yeah, DTD has some very scary mons that come in and pretty much get a kill. Whereas DMT, Dragapult has Togekiss as a switch-in. Rotom Heat can maybe... It depends on their Kyurem set, once again. If they're running more bulky, they can maybe switch it in. But their Rotom can maybe be running a Toxic Paint Split set, so we'll see. Let me check the Discord. Okay. I'm not getting notifications right now on Discord because it's in like streamer mode when I record, so I have to make sure I don't miss the battle. Yeah, there's Moltres from Mawile. Yeah, so I mean, this is actually looking really not that good for DMT. I think DMT definitely has the matchup here because they just have some threats that DMT can't switch into, like Kyurem and Lopunny, of course. Whereas DMT, their threats like Dragapult and Mega Mawile do technically have switch-ins. So I think from DTD, we'll definitely see Kyurem and Togekiss and Scizor. Scizor is just good for pivoting. Togekiss is, of course, good for Dragapult. And then Kyurem is just really scary for DMT overall. So we'll see those three. We'll also see Lopunny, obviously. I don't think we'll see Haunter. Too many things outspeed it. I don't see Shiinotic being good here. It's good against Dragapult, but we're going to get Togekiss, and I don't think they want to bring in another mon that's weak to Mawile. I think they're going to go probably Moltres, Lantern, Swampert. Or not. No. That's 7 Pokemon. DMT could definitely run Rock Slide for Moltres, that's the thing. But I think Moltres still might be good with Toxic or something. But it could also be Swampert instead. I think it's definitely going to be... I think it's guaranteed Togekiss, Lopunny, Lantern, and Kyurem. And the last two are going to be a toss-up between Scizor, Moltres, and Swampert. Most likely, I think it's going to be Swampert plus... I think Swampert plus Scizor is most likely. So yeah. All right, and then DMT. Yeah, it's tough for them. They're gonna want Mawile. They might bring Abomasnow. Honestly, it's tough to know who they're gonna bring. They're definitely gonna bring Greninja. They're definitely gonna bring Slowbro. They're still gonna bring Dragapult, even though it's not the best. They're gonna bring Rotom Heat too. They probably won't bring Nidoqueen. Actually, they might. Yeah, they might. Alright, so GCD, I think they're bringing guaranteed Togekiss, Lopunny, Lantern, and toss it between Kyurem, Moltres, Swampert, and Scizor. And then DMT is bringing Rotom Heat, Slowbro, Dragapult, Greninja, and then toss up between Mawile. They're definitely not bringing Toxapex, actually. So toss up between Mawile, Abomasnow. They're not bringing Skunta. Nah. They're bringing Nidoqueen, actually. I think they're bringing the top 5. They're bringing Dragapult, Rotom Heat, Slowbro, Greninja, Nidoqueen. And probably Mawile, maybe Audino. And it could be Abomasnow, technically. So, yeah. Still in part of the Battle Link yet. They're still getting ready. So for those who do not know how this works, DTD technically won all their battles in the playoffs, whereas DMT lost one and won the losers bracket. So they have to win 2 games versus DTD, and DTD only has to win 1. So yeah, if DTD wins the first one, it's over, and then if DMT wins the first one, then it's going to be one more match, and the winner of that wins it all. There's also a 3v3, so this means that it's literally Eska, Fennel, and Mitch on one account versus Impact, Ready, and Silvershine on another account. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy. And then I think after the battle, we should maybe have time for an interview with some of them. So yeah. All right, and of course, feel free to skip. I mean, I could pause it, but I don't feel like pausing it. So feel free to skip to the actual battle itself. Until then, I'm just going to keep talking. So I guess FBA Season 9 is coming out soon. Let's see. So it's not going to be... Signups aren't going to be this week. They're not going to be next week. They might start next week, actually. They might start late next week. Or maybe the week after. So yeah, pay attention for that. It's going to be another regular FBA season with, a semester-long format. 12 players, 2 divisions, 10 weeks, maybe or 11 weeks. And it's going to be a Gen 9 Paldea X, or maybe it's going to be Paldea X plus home mons, so Hisuian mons. But yeah, we'll obviously get into the details of that when we get there. And Season 10, we're going to do something big. We're probably going to go back to multi-battles, which is technically what we did for FBA Season 1, and we haven't done it since then. So yeah, those are really fun. It's basically, you're on a team of 2. It's kind of like we're doing now, teams of 3, except instead of having 3 different battles, it's only 1 battle. And it's essentially doubles. What it is basically, it's a 6v6, except out of the 6 Pokemon, you control 3 and your teammate controls 3 in the doubles match. So what that means is, let's say you lose all 3 of your mons first, and your teammate still has all 3, then they can target, then it's going to be a 1v2 essentially, with their last 3 mons. So it's a very good strategy to maybe target down one side so that you get a 2v1. But yeah, multi-battles are super fun. Once again, that's how the FBA started, so. Where is the battle at? Not here. Okay. But yeah, obviously it has been a few weeks since the end or the last FBA battle, because we had a kind of fun time between everyone that could work, between all 6 people. So, but we managed to find it. But yeah, anyone who's watching this, I just want to say, if you participated in Season 8, thank you very much for playing. This was definitely the best season we've had so far. All the teams were actually incredibly close. The number 1 team, DTG, was 13-8, which is not even that big of a lead. And even the second class team is 9-12, so 13-8 versus 9-12 from the first to the 7th spot. So it was a very close season. It was which is very good. It was very highly competitive. Of course, SPR didn't do as well, but I mean, that's not even bad. Like for 8th place, 16 and 15 is not even that bad. I mean, okay, their match differential is pretty horrendous, -72, but besides that. No battle yet. Alright, so will Reddy win his 3rd FBA championship? Or will... and of course Impact and Silverstrong win as well. Or will Eska, Fennel, and Mitch get their first FBA championship? Actually, was the FBA a Meditite champion? Or was... No, Darien was. And I think Darien was season 6. And then season 8. Was it Fennel? Let's see. Yes, Fennel did win the FBA Season 7 Meditite division. So Fennel is technically already an FBA championship, or a champion. So this will go as his 2nd FBA championship title. By the way, what I'm looking at right now is the FBA database. If you guys don't know about this, you should definitely take a look at it. It has all the stats of all the FBA players, so yeah, it's pretty cool. It also has all the spreadsheet, or all the sprites of the Mons used in every season, and the MVPs. And I will of course update this with the MVPs soon for the for season 8. So. Still waiting. Nope, we got it. Wait, did they already start and they forgot to send me the link? Surely not, right? Okay, they did. Wow. Wow, and they sent me a bunch of XDs. Wow. Okay, well, let's add everyone. Alright, so we're gonna be behind at first, but whatever. So let's see what we got. So DTD, they brought the 4 that I thought were guaranteed, and they put 2 out of the 3 that I thought might come, obviously. So I thought it was gonna be Swampert, Moltres, or Lantern. I thought Lantern would definitely show up, but I'm actually surprised to see that. Oh no, I thought it would be between Scissor, Swampert, and Moltres. So there's no Lantern, which is pretty surprising. I thought they'd want it for Greninja, but I guess they're gonna have they're gonna use probably Bulky Kyurem and Togekiss to deal with it. I mean, it should be Bulky Kyurem, given that they don't have a direct answer for Greninja, because Bulky Kyurem plus Togekiss can wall it pretty well. And then DMT, what do we got? So they got the Dragapult, Slowbro, Rotom, Greninja that I thought. No Nidoqueen. They do have Mawile, and they don't. And they have Toxicroak instead, which is actually surprising. I don't think Toxicroak is very good here at all. It's not even the best against Togekiss because of speed tiers. It might be AV for Kyurem. I don't know. Yeah, I'm surprised they brought Toxicroak. I guess he can live one Lopunny hit as long as it's not Last Resort and kill back. I don't know. That's interesting. I did not expect Toxicroak at all, but. So we see the Lopunny lead, that makes sense. They always lead Lopunny, just want to get a hit off if they can, and even if they can't, then if DMT forces them out, then whatever. They just go into Swampert, they don't want to get burnt. Good plays. And we see switching to Slowbro. We see the rocks go off, and a Grass Knot. That's some interesting tech right there. Then we see Kyurem come in. Do we see a Toxic? We just see a Teleport. Toxico comes in. DMT is... Ooh! The Scarf Stone Edge. Unfortunately, they're specs, and they just take down the Toxicroak. So the Stone Edge was obviously just in case they went Moltres. It's definitely a good play. Yeah, that just didn't work out. I just don't think Toxicroak was the call here, to be honest. Mawile comes in. You can threaten them out. They're just going to swag Swampert. Another Stone Edge. They're really scared of Moltres. That's crazy. Alright, well, so the first few turns were pretty interesting. Basically, DTD obviously has a good matchup, as I said. They usually Lopunny try to get up a big hit. DMT plays pretty well around it, and stops them from getting any big damage off in the first few turns. But then, of course, just the fact that I have Toxicroak, it's not going to work. You know, I like the Scarf, and I like the going for Stone Edge there, but it's just ultimately not worth it because I mean Kyurem still shits on them even though Toxicroak had the super effective hit. Even if this was a fighting move coming out, a Drain Punch, it would still only do like 80%. So actually no, it would do even less. Drain Punch is less than Stone Edge because it's base 75. So yeah, it would do like 47 or something. So yeah, Kyurem's able to easily hit it and just kill this thing back with Specs. And then Mawile comes in, can get a kill, goes for Stone Edge, probably going to see Sucker Punch, and it probably should just be a sack of Swampert and a Sucker Punch. I don't really see any other plays DTD can do here. That's not too risky because they don't want to let Mawile get an SD up. I guess because if they go Lopunny and Mawile attacks, obviously not good. If they go Scissor and Mawile SDs, it's not good, so it should just be a sack. They go Scissor. Do we see an SD here? Maybe we see a Sucker. Wow. Now we see a U-turn. Yeah, that could have been bad for DTD. I actually don't agree with that play. I don't think they needed to save Swampert here. They're already up They're already up. I mean, I guess it's good for Rotom, right? But still, like if they SD'd here, that could have been bad. But yeah, let's see what they go into now. They don't have anything to hit the super effectively really besides Moltres or Swampert. Yeah, they should have stayed in Earthquaked. Unless maybe they didn't have Earthquake, but in that case, they're not very well prepped for this Mawile. Of course, Mawile can't really do that much damage to their team, just by type advantages and stuff, but Mawile is a Mega Mawile, and it gets SD, so it can break anything down if it really tries to. We see the switch into Swampert and just another Stone Edge, that's fair. Their DMT is doing a good job at keeping DTD in check. Even though DTD has a great matchup, DMT is trying their best not to let them get any huge advantages. The only problem is, of course, Toxicroak. I really disagree with them bringing Toxicroak in general. I think that slot should have been taken by something else, probably Nidoqueen. Like look at DTD. They don't have a switch into a Nidoqueen technically. I guess Kyurem, if it was bulky, can maybe do it, as well as Scissor, but we see the Kyurem is already a choice spec, so it might not be, it's probably not bulky. But yeah, so at this point, DMT wants to win, is going to use his Mawile to try to win. The thing is, DTD actually has to sack 2 Pokemon here if they want to beat Mawile. So yeah, like I don't think Moltres kills in one unless it's like offensive. The Mawile can fire back with the Rock Slide. Pretty much anything else can only do damage to it and not kill it in one shot, and it's going to get one shot back. Besides the Scissor, but Scissor can't really do too much to it. Ooh, we see the Rain Dance. I don't know why. Because that weakens their Moltres, and it gives Greninja a power boost. Only thing I can think of is to weaken their Rotom Heat, but that doesn't really matter because like Rotom Heat's not that big of a threat. I guess it is once Swampert goes down, but even then, like, I just don't see the point in Rain Dance. I'm not saying clicking Rain Dance right here. Obviously, it's to maybe stall some Sucker Punches, play some Mind Games. I'm just wondering why they have it in the first place, given their team. You see a hard switch in the Scissor. Bro, DMT could fuck them up. What if they have SD? Do they even have SD? Stone Edge, Sucker Punch. They might have SD. One stab move plus SD. Bro, SD Knock would shit on them here. Even SD and a Stone Edge. At this point, yeah, this is I mean, I can't say DMT's playing it bad, right? Because they couldn't let Mawile take that damage from Swampert. I just don't know what DTD's doing. And in the interview, I'm definitely gonna ask them about this. Were they scared of SD here? What were their outs versus an SD Mawile? Because technically, with all this Rain Dancing, he could have got up 2 SDs. And I don't know how. I mean, I guess Lopunny can always live a Sucker Punch, right? And get Mawile down. So basically, what he'd have to do is they'd have to go Scissor, Bullet Punch it, which is I guess still Mind Games with Bullet Punch and Sucker. There's a Bullet Punch. There's a Fire Fang. Ooh. And Rocky Helmet. Okay, I see. So that Rain Dance actually is good for the Fire Fang. Yeah, that was probably what they were expecting. That's kind of a hard read there, because what if they do have SD and knock? I guess they don't have knock because they have sucker, right? Most likely. And then they won't have a stab move, right? Because it's SD, sucker, knock, Stone Edge. So I guess on DTD's side, they mainly just hard read that there is not going to be an SD, which I guess makes sense. Stone Edge, Sucker Punch. If there is an SD, Scissor can still take them most of the time. Because Stone Edge will do, what, Fire Fang 66 in the rain. Stone Edge will do like 50. Scissor can at least get damage and put in range for Lopunny, I guess. Like I said, yeah, I guess there's not scared of Mega Mawile. But yeah, so from DMT side, this is looking pretty bad. Mawile is now weakened to the point where it can be picked off by a lot of things. DCD is going to lose their Scissor, but Scissor wasn't the best at this point, and the fact that they used Scissor to beat Mawile is amazing. And we actually see the Roost here. So Scissor is pretty much back to full. So yeah, this is looking super bad for DMT. I don't see a way out for them. I guess they're going to have to rely on... So the fact that, I guess, Kyurem isn't bulky means that Rotom can maybe do some stuff, because Kyurem isn't bulky enough to eat hits, and Swampert's almost dead. So yeah, Rotom's going to be the big way out of this. The only problem is, of course, it's still a Rain. Only one more turn of Rain, but that's enough time for Rotom. We should probably see a switch into Kyurem, and then Rotom Volt Switch. Actually, or TTD can just play it safe and switch into Swampert and sack it. So I guess DMT has to decide, do they want to Volt Switch or Overheat? But even Overheat won't kill Swampert at this range because of the Rain. So yeah, this should honestly be a free switch into Swampert. And then DMT is just going to lose all the momentum. So if DMT maybe makes a double in Dragapult, that'd be a good play. Actually, yeah, honestly, they should make a double right here. I think they can go Dragapult, like maybe even go Greninja. Because once again, Kyurem's not that bulky, so Dark Pulses are going to go... Hydro Pumps are going to go a bit crazy. Unfortunately, the rain is ending, so the Hydro Pumps won't do as much, but... Yeah. It's definitely looking rough for DMT. It's definitely not over, because once again, they do have some powerful, hard-hitting mons, like Greninja, Dragapult, and even Rotom here, that can break apart DTD's team, given enough time. But I just don't think they have enough turns for that. I think DTD is going to be able to out-offense them here. So this might only just be a one-battle finals, but I guess we'll find out soon. But yeah, both teams have been playing pretty well so far. The only thing I don't really understand is why they brought Toxicroak. Okay, you see the overheat, yeah, there's no double or anything. So DMT just loses all the momentum, and Swampert just comes in, can be flip turn or something, and then getting Lopunny for a kill. So yeah. I'd say the only misplays here, maybe not a misplay, but I think DMT at this point should be playing a bit more aggressively, definitely making that double. And once again, in team preview, I just don't know why they brought Toxicroak. You see Slowbro come in. I mean, you see the flip turn. Ooh, the Rocky Helmet, and if Swampert lives with 1 HP, that is, or 1%, yeah, that's huge. If Swampert dies there, it definitely helps DMT a lot. But now there's just another sack of Swampert whenever they need it, so this is looking super bad for DMT. They could just bring in Kyurem, yeah. And after him with a Freeze Dry. There's no switching. Mawile's low. Mawile's not switching anyway because of specs. I guess they can go Rotom here, but it's still going to take a lot. DMT doesn't really have to do anything. They can just click Freeze Dry. No reason to predict. No reason to even Draco Meteor because they don't want to give Mawile a free switching. Freeze Dry is just free here. No reason to predict the Rotom and Draco. It doesn't get that anywhere. I mean, it obviously would if they get it right, but there's no reason it could too because they already have all the momentum here. Even just damage on Rotom is good at this point. And then if Rotom comes in, they can just sack Swampert and then go Lopunny, and then the Rotom should be arranged for Lopunny to finish it off. So, yeah. Is this Boots Slowbro? That's Rocky Helmet. Okay. We see the Mawile sack. Fair play. But DTD makes, in my opinion, what is... I think that's a misplay. Because now Mawile comes in for free. I guess it doesn't matter, right? Because they can just do the same thing they would have done to Rotom. They sack Swampert here, and then go Lopunny, and it's actually in range of Lopunny. So it doesn't really matter here. That's the only difference, is that technically here they don't get any damage. Whereas on Rotom they do get damage. Or they're guaranteed damage if they Ice Move, right? But if they go Rotom, they get a kill, whereas here, they don't need that extra little damage. And Lopunny's going to kill anyway. Lopunny's going to kill Rotom at this range, potentially. And Rotom's still at 100, so. But yeah. You see the Swampert sack, and then Lopunny should just come in there. Or even Moltres can come in and finish it off. But it should be Lopunny, just because of the fact that... Actually, no, that's not true. Lopunny is switching in Slowbro, because they're probably going to go for a fighting move here, and Slowbro can tank that. So technically, whatever DTD does here, DMT can technically switch into it, if they make the call right. But yeah, this is 100%, or it could be an Earth Power Kyurem. If it's Earth Power Kyurem, then might go into it. Otherwise, it's going to be either Moltres or Lopunny. Yeah. It's probably going to be Lopunny, and they're probably just going to CC on the Slowbro. The thing is, like, even though DMT has switch-ins, the switch-ins aren't permanent, right? Like, besides Slowbro, it may be a fighting move. Okay, here comes Schlopper. But yeah, I don't think DTD needs to make any predictions here. If I'm them, I just CC. And if I'm DMT, you pretty much have to make a call. Do they normal move, expecting switching to Slowbro, or do they CC? And I think if you're DMT, you just go for the... I guess you go for the risky move and maybe hope they throw, and normal move? The thing is, there might be a fake out here anyway, right? Maybe a fake out in the last resort, which probably kills Mawile. It might kill Mawile. We see the Slowbro switch, they're just going to play it safe. And we see the sub. Ooh. That's scary for DMT. Let me write down some things I want to ask them in the little interview. We see a Toxic, and the Toxic miss, and a body press. Okay. That is big. Let's get a little notes page out. Notes. I want to ask them, so in prep, DMT brought Toxicroak and their Mawile set. Those are the interesting things. DTD didn't bring Lantern. They brought, obviously, Bulky Scissor, but that makes sense. Okay, we see a switch in a Togekiss. Makes sense. And we see a Teleport, so... And we see a Rotom. So, okay, DMC's actually trying to bring this back. Because, once again, Rotom is the big threat here. For DTD. Which, once again, this is why I thought that they should have bring Lantern for the Rotom and the Greninja. But I guess... Who do they bring over, right? Because, I mean, Scissor... They showed Scissor is actually good here. I didn't think it was that good, but they found... They made it work for the most part. The Rocky Helmet's pretty sick. I'm going to be racking up damage with the Stealth Rocks and stuff on Mawile. I guess they got to throw Moltres away. Yeah, I mean, they haven't brought it in once, so... Yeah, this is looking good for DTD, or DMT. So what's their out here? Their out here is... well, they have to get Lopunny in range for Dragapult. And then once they get Lopunny in range for Dragapult, they need Togekiss dead. And they need Scissor dead. I mean, Scissor's death, right? But yeah, so their out is obviously try to win with Dragapult. Because it's the only thing that's fast enough. Or maybe Greninja if Lopunny dies. But I don't see a way how they're going to kill Lopunny. I think DTD can just play around all the stuff they do. Because right here you have Rotom, right? DTD is just going to go into Kyurem, most likely. Even though it's not bulky, it can still eat anything Rotom throws at it. A Toxic would be cool from DMT, but either way, Kyurem's going to come in. I don't even know what DMT does here. If they want to predict it and double, the only thing they can double into that would actually work is Dragapult. But then they could just DTD just go back to Togekiss. So yeah, if this is like bulky Togekiss like Spadef, or if this is a Togekiss that could beat Dragapult essentially, like hard counter the Dragapult, then it should probably be over for DMT. Otherwise, they do have a chance because they can chip things down. They chip his Togekiss down every time he comes in. For example, if he's Fizz Def and their specs Shadow Ball, or if Togekiss is Spadef and they have maybe DD and Steel Wing. So, alright, what else do I want to ask them? So, we see the Kyurem. I forgot how low it is, but yeah, we just see the Volt Switch. Good play. And I guess Dragapult's going to come in now. Well, they can honestly go into a Specs Greninja. But then they have to call, do they want a Dark Pulse, or do they want to expect Hydro Pop expecting like Togekiss? Any interesting plays but we want to go over. Let's go back here. Grass Knot's cool. Cool tech. Stone Edge, Ice Beam. Toxic is cool. Okay, there weren't any sick plays so far. Okay, we see Dragapult come in. There weren't any like amazing plays so far. I just think it's more about their prep. Their prep is both really good. Yeah. DGD obviously isn't scared of the... DGD didn't bring Lantern. I also asked them, were they not scared of SD Mawile? But they probably inferred set and then didn't have SD. So we see Dragapult come in. We see a Togekiss, and we see the Steel Wing, the hard Steel Wing, which would have killed the Kyurem too. Choice Banded Steel Wing too. That's probably 252 attack Jolly Steel Wing is my Choice Banded Steel Wing is my guess. So that's huge. Since CCD knows it's banded though, they can now go into Moltres. Right? Let me just calc that. I'm pretty sure it has to be banded. Wait, wait. What do you guys see my search history? Hold up. Okay. Pac-Man dust. Yeah, I'm building Pac-Man. I'm coding it. Okay, just making sure nothing sus comes up. Alright, we're good. We're good. We got Lopunny, or we got Dragapult versus Togekiss. So if he's adamant, or let's assume Jolly Choice Band. Yeah, there's Super Def Togekiss, I'm assuming for maybe Specs Dragapult. 68. Yeah, so it's probably 252 Jolly, and then max HP, max Spadef Togekiss. So we see the double in the Rotom, and we see the switch in the mold. That was a good play from DNT. I think that was by far their best play, and that's the only thing they should have or could have done there. It covers the Togekiss. I mean, technically, if Togekiss is Ancient Power, which it probably isn't, or if it's Roost up, they don't want to give it a free Roost. But it's not likely. It's like they're just going to go into Moltres and save Togekiss. Because Togekiss is still valuable, right? Because if it Roosts up, it can still eat a hit from Dragapult. Yeah. We got some comments here. Asuka was lagging. Okay. You see the Hurricane. Wow. Oh, never mind. I was just thinking that maybe they're breaking something, but I think they were just realizing that they're just going to sack the Moltres essentially because Moltres isn't useful here anymore. Which is true. It's not. It was mainly for Mawile, but at this point Mawile is so low anyway, like 41%. That Lopunny can clean it up. Kyurem can clean it up if they have a little bit more Rock Chip or if they have Earth Power. Yeah, Moltres just isn't good enough here. So yeah, DMT's actually bringing this back a bit. I think the key to them bringing it back is twofold. It's first of all, DTD losing their Swampert. Obviously, they had to lose it to the Mawile, which was fair. But now because of that, and because their Kyurem isn't bulky, it opens up Rotom a lot. And the other reason why they bring it back is, of course, because Dragapult now, every time it comes in, can threaten so much. They go Greninja here. So Dragapult would have been more threatening, but I think they didn't want to go into it because its only move to kill this and Togekiss would be Phantom Force. Because Steel Wing won't kill this thing, and Dragon Move won't kill Togekiss. And Phantom Force could be bad. Because, like, let's say they go... Actually, it's not bad. Oh no, because of Lopunny. Yeah, if they Phantom Force at any point, they could just go hard Lopunny. So Greninja, even though it's not as threatening, it means that it basically can always get damage on DTD, whereas Dragapult is going to have to make a read that they don't want to go for. So I think Greninja is definitely the good play here. And it's probably going to be we're probably going to see Moltres sack, because Kyurem's too low anyway, so this is looking super good for DMT. You see the Dark Pulse, just going to come out and kill. We see the Life Orb too, so that's actually, I like the Life Orb here. Means they can switch up moves for Togekiss versus Kyurem. But either way, I mean, they're both super low anyway, so Greninja actually kills everything. So Lopi's going to come in here. And I think DMT is just going to stay in, stack the Greninja, just to not let Lopunny get a sub. And then... Or actually, can they go hard Slowbro? I think they can. Yeah, it's sub-toxic Lopunny. It's not Last Resort. I think they can go Slowbro if they want to. And Slowbro is obviously going to get toxic, which is not good. But basically what they're going to do is stall out the Lopunny. I guess the only problem is there's going to be mind games, right? Because if DTD switches in Togekiss when Slowbro is in, then they can get a free roost. Which is super bad for DMT. They do not want to let that thing get roosted. So, yeah, the question. So what do you do here? If you're DTD... I think... So, do you need health in this? You do need health. You need health so that Dragapult can't clean you up with Steel Wing. And it's forced to use Dragon Move. So I think if you're DTD, you definitely just return here, or whatever your attack move is. And if you're DMT, can you sack? Because Greninja is super good, but Dragapult fills the role a bit better, because it can outspeed the Lopunny. But also has to predict, whereas Greninja doesn't have to predict. Damn. Yeah, I think DDD's play here should be pretty straightforward. Just return. I don't know what DMT's play here is. They should go Slowbro. Okay, I agree with that. And we see it's hard toxic. Wow. That's actually a good play. Because even though my play is essentially a safe play, but if you want to pick the Slowbro, then you definitely don't want to waste health subbing because of Dragapult. And actually Dragapult come in, but the sub, unfortunately, Dragapult's gonna have Infiltrator, so yeah, it doesn't do anything. But once again, the thing is, DMT has to make the read here, right? Do they Dragon Move to kill? Or do they Steel Move to go for Togekiss? And the answer is 100% Dragon Move, no matter what, because if Lopunny stays in and they don't Dragon Move, they instantly lose. Whereas if Togekiss comes in and they do Dragon Move, it's not the end of the world. They can go Rotom and then just Volt Switch around. So yeah, I think DMT wins this. It's basically every time Dragapult and Greninja come in, they threaten to kill. The only time they won't is if Togekiss heals up, in which case Dragapult won't kill anymore, but they can just go hard Rotom, Volt Switch, get momentum. And yeah, and they always still have more Welcome Fire off a big hit. Whereas DTD, they only really have, I guess for doing damage, they have a Lopunny and Kyurem. Slowbro beats, Scissor. That's a good mid-ground. I like that. That's a mid-ground. It covers pretty much everything. But yeah, so anyway, DTD, they have Lopunny and Kyurem. Lopunny, there's obviously Slowbro, which kind of invalidates it a bit. And then Kyurem, technically doesn't have any switch-ins, but it's very slow. So anytime it gets a kill, it's going to be traded when Greninja comes in or Dragapult comes in. Anyway, DTD, so yeah, DMT goes for Dragon Notes. I'm pretty sure they had to there. DTD just goes Scissor, makes the mid-ground. I think it's fair. They don't need Scissor as much anymore. But they still need to keep it healthy because they can always roost off, right? Especially versus this Dragapult. But I think DTD's not going to roost. They're going to go for a U-turn to get momentum. Whereas DMT's just going to go into Rotom. So we're probably going to see a Rotom and then a U-turn into Kyurem. Yep, there's a U-turn. And then do we see Kyurem come in? Because Kyurem has no switch-ins at this point. It's obviously just a question about if they predict right. Whereas Lopunny, even if they predict right, I mean, what, they Toxic on a Slowbro? Or Slowbro's already Toxic. They return on a Slowbro, get damage on it, but then they take Rocky Helmet. So yeah, I think Lopunny's too low for that. I think they're just going to go for the Kyurem here. And then on DMT's side, you just sack something to the Kyurem, and then you Revenge Kill with a Dragapult. I guess you Steel Wing, but that doesn't cover the Scissor, so maybe you don't Steel Wing. Actually, you could Revenge with Greninja. Yeah, just Revenge with Greninja. Because Kyurem is low enough to a Dark Pulse kills. 35%. You know what, guys? I'm sorry. Why did I not make this bigger? Whoops. Let's fix that a bit. There we go. Actually, I'm gonna make this even bigger. Fuck it. Who's stopping me? Who's gonna stop me? Togekiss. Excuse me? This is a... Sure, this is a Wendy's. This is a Rotom. What are you planning on doing with this Togekiss? Okay, this is annoying me. That'll be perfect. There you go, beautiful. Wait, why? Is that a misclick? Only thing I can think of is like Ancient Power, but that's not going to kill unless you're Specs, probably, and they're not Specs. Or should not be Specs? We don't know about this set. I was assuming it's Spadef, but it could actually be offensive, which obviously would leave them very vulnerable to Dragapult in general, but it could still be. But once again, they might not outspeed the Rotom, unless they're Scarf, and they're not going to kill them then. Roost. Okay. I actually like that. I actually like that from them. I think what they were hoping they were faster than the Rotom. They probably have speed on this Togekiss, which I might actually definitely ask them about. Speed on Togekiss. So if they have speed on Togekiss, I think they were going for the Roost to try to heal up to maybe live the Dragapult, which they probably were. I mean, after Volt Switch, they probably wouldn't have been. Oh no, this Spadef actually. So after Volt Switch, they probably would have been. Because keep in mind, if they Roost, they lose the Flying type, so they're no longer weak to the Volt Switch. So definitely good play from DTD. DMT is going to pretty much realize what they're doing, and they're just going to go Mawile. So not let them take advantage of it. They could have Flamethrower on Togekiss, but I think that's pretty unlikely. Because it's probably, what is it? It's probably Roost. No, it could be Flamethrower. It could be Flamethrower. Roost is Flamethrower, attacking move, and something else. Yeah, they definitely have room. They're going to go back into Rotom Heat. And they see the Flamethrower. So why did DMT not Volt Switch? Actually, yeah, where does Mawile get them? Mawile gets them nowhere, right? Because if they're predicting a double in something, Volt Switch just covers it. So that's definitely a misplay on their part. I guess the only thing I can think of is if they were thinking Mawile could beat it, but they want to scout for Flamethrower, which, one, they take a bit of rocks damage, which puts them closer in range of a Lopunny normal type attack. Yeah, I don't think that was the play. That was definitely a misplay from them. What turn is this? Turn 29. Misplay? Yeah, so that's probably the only misplay we've had so far. Otherwise, both teams have been playing pretty consistently. Besides, whole DMT bringing Toxicroak. I don't know why they brought Toxicroak. So yeah, like a lot of times there'll be some plays that are kind of questionable on GTD's side, but they always have a reason for it. Like switching in Togekiss on a Rotom Heat. They're pretty much, they recognize that their win con here is not letting Dragapult take over, or Greninja. And the way of doing that is, of course, to heal up their Togekiss so it can live some of those hits. And they went for it. They were hoping that they're faster than Rotom, and they went for it. At this point, though, they no longer have any incentive to stay in because they're already pretty much max health. So what do they do here? I guess they're just going to stay Roost. They are faster. Okay. Yeah, and then we just see the Volt Switch. This is why I think their Rotom should have ran I wonder what their Rotom's last moves are. It's probably Plane Split and Defog, maybe? But I feel like if it is, then you Defog here. And then if they have Toxic, I feel like you Toxic here. Yeah, so I don't know what their last moves are. Definitely curious about that. I think Toxic Rotom would have been huge. Because it's good for Swampert, and it's obviously good in this situation. So yeah, this is now, DCD essentially turned the situation on its head, saying Togekiss is low, and it gets swept by Dragapult, and the team gets swept by Dragapult. But actually Togekiss can sweep your team once they get it high enough health, because they can just out-heal the Rotom, which is what it's doing, so... Yeah, I don't know what DMT does here. Slowbro can't beat it. Mawile can't beat it. They just have to basically sack either Greninja or Dragapult in order to get damage off. I think you're going to have to sack Greninja here for the damage. Because Dragapult is needed to outspeed Lopunny. Of course, it's going to come. If they do that, it's going to come down to an endgame of predicting correctly, right? Do they go for the Ghost move, which hits everything besides Lopunny, or do they go for the Dragon move, which hits everything besides Togekiss, or do they go for the Steel Wing, which doesn't hit which hits everything besides the Scissor for the most part? Because I think Scissor is in range of 2 Dragon Darts, so that's not in range of 2 Steel Wings, obviously. So this is looking bad for DMT. Honestly, this is really intelligent of DTD here to see that Togekiss, they first of all, they recognize their win con, right? They needed to heal Togekiss, or else they're just going to get chipped down and to the point where Greninja Dragapult can clean. So they recognize their win con, and they also recognized that they could, how they go about that, which is going in on the Rotom Heat. This is actually the only, it's funny, those players would see Togekiss and Rotom Heat and be like, no, we can't go into Togekiss here. But GTD sees that if they outspeed, they can actually outstall it, and if there's no Toxic as well. And this is their only chance they're going to really have to heal up the Togekiss. So amazing plays from them. This is, of course, why they are the #1 seed, and why they will probably win here. Because at this point, they really changed this battle, right? Like in the beginning, DTD had their good matchup, and DMT lost Toxic Rope, so it's now a 5v6. Not looking good for DTD. Mawile comes in, can maybe chip down the Swampert. And of course, so Mawile's looking threatening. Of course, Scizor comes in, so then DTD's still looking good. But DMT is able to do some damage and get rid of Swampert, so it's like, okay, Mawile's kind of dead, but Swampert's dead. Allows Rotom to come in and kind of win here. But then we, of course, see they actually make another play with the Dragapult and get the Togekiss low. So then not only does Rotom win, but Greninja, Lifeable Greninja, which can switch up moves, and Dragapult and Rotom all kind of win here. And all three of them actually stopped by Togekiss, which GTD recognizes is able to get a Roost off, which is actually really funny. I guess, okay, they're not stopped, right? But Greninja and Dragapult are going to have to die and if they want to do damage to it. And Rotom Heat actually is the thing that's countered by it, which is pretty funny, that Rotom Heat gets countered. I really want to know what the Rotom Heat set is, though. Because it should, in theory, be a move to hit this thing. It should be Toxic, right? If it's not Toxic at the very least, it should be Defog, in which case they should have used it here. But yeah. The DMT's, I don't know what DMT is thinking about. There's only one play, in my opinion. They can't go Mawile because it dies, right? They can't go Slowbro because it doesn't... But do they want to Toxic it, maybe? Oh, they do want to Toxic it. As I said, they can't go Slowbro, it comes in. Wait, they don't... Grass, not Teleport Body Grass. Okay, they don't have Toxic, or it's not revealed. But it has to be Toxic, right? Because if it's not Toxic, why else are they going into this thing? If you're DTD here, you just go Scizor, though. Like, there's no reason not to go Scizor. You actually wall this thing because of its set. Unless it has, like, Scald. But it probably hasn't. It's probably Toxic. Unless they're going for a Scald Burn, which is pretty risky. We see the hard double, predicting the Scizor. Oh. They should have teleported there. I don't know why they didn't teleport. The only thing I think of is if they wanted to avoid Togekiss Air Slash flinches, but if you predict the it's honestly a prediction here. If you predict Togekiss stays in, then I mean this isn't the play anyway going to Rotom, right? Because then you've got to switch back out. Unless they do have Toxic, unless they click Volt Switch before, even though they shouldn't. Obviously the first turn they click Volt Switch, it made sense. This turn though, they shouldn't have clicked Volt Switch if they had something to hit this thing. And maybe they do have something. Maybe they do have Toxic. If that's the case, they should have clicked it earlier, which is definitely a misplay. You see the boost? We see a Toxic? Pain Split. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, Pain Split actually explains it. It explains why... It explains why they didn't click it earlier, because there's no reason to click it here, really. Or it's not that good of a reason. And here, it obviously works. So yeah. Never mind. They're both teams' plays make sense. If you're DTD here, though, you just Roost again. If you're DMT here, you just Volt Switch and try to get momentum however you can. Which I don't know how they're going to do it, because it seems like they really don't have a way to break down this Togekiss. So who wins the stall war, I guess is the question. Rotom has 31 Plane Splits and 13 Roost on Togekiss. Yeah, so actually Rotom wins this. Wow. This is actually a really good match. But yeah, Rotom actually wins this one-on-one. You see the Roost. You see that. Oh, he has Toxic! Oh my god, he has Toxic. Oh yeah, it's over. DMT wins. I don't see a way that DTD gets out of this. Let's take a break and listen to this music for a bit, because it's getting very repetitive. Let's turn on something else. What do we want to listen to here? It should be something Pokemon. Let's turn on, let's get some Mew more. the classic, the clock tower. This is mad. Yeah, this battle should be over here. I don't see a way to get out of this. DTD needed to use Togekiss, and now it's Toxic. So yeah. Obviously, if we're going a bit back and forth. Oh, they have Nasty Plot! It doesn't matter. It's still over. This is a really good battle once again. I've been obviously going back and forth on saying who I think is going to win because it's just been it has been going back and forth. It really has. But at this point, yeah, it's over for DTD. There's no way they can win this because Dragapult outspeeds everything. Every time it comes in, it gets a kill if they predict right. Greninja also comes in and outspeeds most things. Like if Greninja kills here with Ice Beam, if they have Ice Beam, they can go Greninja here and more safely get a kill. Whereas Dragapult kind of has to predict right, and it can also miss Steel Wing. Because, you know, it has to predict because they can go Scissor technically on the Steel Wing, right? So I think DMT kind of has to... let's assume worst case scenario, right? Let's assume... What's worst case scenario? Worst case scenario is they go Greninja and they don't kill. Okay, if they don't have Ice Beam. If they do have Ice Beam, they definitely go into it any time. Let's assume they don't have Ice Beam. So they only can kill it with Hydro Pump, but Hydro Pump might miss. And it might not even kill because they're probably Spadef Togekiss. So let's assume they go Dragapult here. They go Dragapult, they Steel Wing, and they miss. In that case, then DTD wins. But if they hit at 95%, then they win. Oh, Greninja, do they have Ice Beam? Surely, they're not going to risk a Hydro Pump miss. But they probably have Surf too, which it doesn't even, it's not going to kill though. They have Ice Beam, right? They should have Ice Beam. They really should have Ice Beam. I mean, what else would they bring, right? Dark Pulse, plus Water Move. That's all they need, plus Ice Beam. They don't need any other moves in this match. They don't need any Gunk Shots. Yeah, no, they don't want Gunk Shot. They're special attacking. They want Ice Beam. Yeah, yep. There's Ice Beam. Game's over. Oh yeah, I never logged in. Alright, we'll go on Test Balls. 69. Yeah, so they just sack something to this Lopunny. Hello? Or whatever. So they just sack something to Lopunny, and then Dragapult comes in, it clicks Dragon Move and gets a kill. Only thing I can live it is Scissor, but then they just go Rotom. And then what, they U-turn out into something? Yeah, it's... Kyurem. Ooh. Why? They went Kyurem because they were predicting them to sack something else. They were predicting them to sack... No, they're predicting Slowbro. It doesn't matter. This point's over. There's no way DMT loses. Because they have a Greninja and a Dragapult. Greninja gets a kill every time it comes in. Dragapult also gets a kill if it predicts right. And also outspeeds Lopunny. So yeah, I mean, yeah. Battle's over. Battle's over, boys. Let's turn this music down a bit. That's great. All right, looks like we're gonna go into a game 2. Yeah. I mean, so let's go over this. Let's kind of condense our thoughts about this battle. So turn 1. I don't know why they had Toxic, but whatever. We see leads that make sense, right? Rotom, Lopunny. You switch into Swampert, makes sense. You switch into Slowbro, makes sense. So they both, do some standard plays. You see the Stealth Rock. We see the Grass Knot because they have it, so they may as well go for it. Good plays there, doing a lot of damage. Kyurem's gonna come in because it beats Slowbro and teleport out and Toxic Oak. And then DMT just throws away the Toxic Oak because it's a bad mon. It's not a bad mon, but Toxic Oak to the top, am I right? But yeah, I just don't know why they brought it here. Mawile comes in. Swampert comes in. Pre-textbook plays. Basically what this says is that, so yeah, all this makes sense. And then DTD pretty much shows that they're not, like, I think this is, what turn is this? Turn 5. They're not scared of Mawile, no matter it's set. Which is interesting. They're not scared of SC Mawile. Yeah, so this is definitely a point that I want to bring up. Why are they not scared of SC Mawile? What were they kind of thinking here? What were their kind of outs versus it? If they just SD Fire Fang, Sucker Punch everything. But yeah, because at this point we didn't really know it's stab. We just saw Stone Edge. It's you can infer that it won't be SD and Firefang at the same time, but you kind of, once again, you have to infer that because it doesn't have to be. So they just play as if they don't care. Actually, let's go back to lo-fi. So they just play as if they don't care if it's SD. We see a ring dance, stall it turns, they don't care about SD. Because they have Scissor at this point. They know Mawil's set, and yeah, Scissor can take it. I think it's funny that one of the biggest threats to DTD's team, once Swampert goes down, is Rotom, by far. That's what I was saying earlier. Once Swampert goes down, Rotom is opened up a lot. But they actually have a way around it, and their way around it was Togekiss, which is funny. Which obviously is not a way around it, because Rotom has Toxic, but it is a way around it enough to where it can roost up, at least, to let Dragapult, to not let Dragapult kill it. But yeah. Anyway, last few turns. Greninja kills Kyurem. And this, they don't even go for a Bullet Punch. Maybe make him predict. See, it's oh, it lived. The tossing again. That's funny. Okay. Let's analyze the battle real quick on the spreadsheet while we wait for the next battle. Yeah, definitely feel... Okay, Escus are taking a small break. I allowed them to have a break. So yeah. I don't feel like ending the recording because then I have to edit together. So just skip to the next battle. Feel free to skip to the next battle. Until then, I'm going to edit the spreadsheet. So that was the first battle. What is this? This is Grand Finals Battle 1. Winner, DMT, 5-0. Alright, who got what kills? Mawile got 1 kill. Actually, you know what? Can we interview them now? Will we wait? No. Because I don't want to say, like... I don't want to say, hey, why don't you guys not bring Lantern? And then I'm like, oh yeah, Lantern's good. Let's bring Lantern in this next match. So I guess we can't. I mean, also I should probably give them time to just talk amongst themselves and figure shit out. But yeah, just do this for now. Mawile got a kill. Greninja got a kill. Greninja. Greninja got 5 kills. Okay. Oops, not Scissor. Who comes first? Slowbro, Rotom Heat, Rotom Heat. Rotom Heat. Rotom Heat or Rotom H? Or Rotom H. And then the only guy that got a kill on DTD's team is Kyurem. Alright, until then, let's do some lettering. Why not? Do I have anything sus here? No. No, we're chilling. I'll watch Shofu. Shut down. Let's goop some people in OU. Ooh, Palmot. I like Palmot. Let's use Palmot. Yo, man's got a Typhlosion. Let's go to the Standard Range Elite. Armungus? Do we have anything that won't get spored? Everything gets spored. Let's taunt this bitch. There we go. Stun Spore. That's crazy. Fucking up, let's see. He has no way to punish me going Excalibur, so I'm gonna do that. And then we click Crash. Yeah, he's not switching to Crash. If he goes Azu, do we have a switch in? Kingambit, maybe. Oh shit, Azu fucks his team. Do we double the Palmot? I think you just go to Amoonguss. Let's just get our damage. Tusk? Hello? I'll take my damage on that. Let's hit another one. Actually, no. Wait, no, he's not max speed. He's not max speed. I don't want to give him rocks. Yeah, he's not max speed. I think we're the same base speed, right? Which means we're max speed. Okay, yeah. Switches. Yeah, they're the same base speed. If he belly drums, it's bad. Yeah, we gotta stay in. Alright. We'll take our damage. Who does not switch into? I guess Valiant, but I also don't want to give. I don't want to waste that booster energy. Palmot, he could just go Amoonguss. Okay, I don't really care if he goes Blissey. That doesn't give any momentum. So I could just go Volk. Oh no, he can just fucking Aqua Jet me. Is Greninja kill? We kill. DTD says they're ready for game 2. Okay. Yep, spikes. You bitch! Get up another one. Who's gonna stop me? Alright. Watch this shit. Get played. Survive our Excalibur, because every time it comes in it gets a kill. I love Palmot, bro. This guy was like my starter in my Scarlet and Violet playthrough. I got Skeledirge, but I got it to like Crocolore, and then I just got rid of it and only used Palmot as like my starter. You know, like my Pikachu. Alright, let's get ours. Come here, bitch. I should have to make sure that they send the link. Can we set a starting time for the second game, or are we waiting? Definitely. That's a good question. Where's that guy? What happened? They... It's Terra watered. Alright. Well, now Palma comes in. Actually, no, Palma can't fucking kill this thing. Bro, we can't hit this Dragonite with this set. Let's just Volt Switch. Surely they go Dragonite. They didn't know that I don't have an attacking move to hit them? Okay, well. I gotta attack because I don't want to get slept. Haha, he lives Sucker Punch. Haha. Okay, they're ready. They're gonna send a challenge any second. Let's kill this bitch. Oh, I almost just forfeited. Whoops. He's gonna go Dragonite. He died? What? Okay, well, first of all, he's obviously not my ability. He's Inner Focus instead of Multi-Scale. But still, how did he die? That's crazy. Oh, we're Black Glasses. Oh. That actually makes sense. But you die. You're dead. I just opened up Zoom. Whoops. I don't open up Zoom. There we go. We got the link. Let's make some predictions about the battle. I think DTD's bring Kyurem, Togekiss, Swampert, Lantern, Lopunny. Those 5 are definitely should be locked in. And then DMT, I think they might do the same, except the same as last time, but switch out Nidoqueen or Toxicroak Nidoqueen. Let's see. Okay, they switched out the Toxicroak for a Abomasnow. I think that's fair. That's a good play. Yeah, that's a good call. And then DTD brought the same 6. No Lantern still. Interesting. I won. Alright, let's go back to this. Testing walls. So you guys know, I'm going back to sleep after this battle. So, what are some adjustments we're going to have to see here? I think DTD is going to have to play around Mawile smarter, because their Swampert is super important, and they can't let it go down because of the Rotom, so yeah. But this is a super bad lead for DMT. They're just going to... They got to switch into Kyurem, actually. So turn 1, we could already see a kill from DTD, depending on what they click here. Actually, technically, Kyurem can OHKO all of DMT's bombs, no matter what they click. Draco kills everything besides Mawile. Yeah, Draco literally Specs Draco one-shots everything besides Mawile, in which case Earth Power can one-shot Mawile, so. Do they Draco or do they Earth Power? They didn't have Earth Power. We didn't see it last time, but I mean they should have it, right? Because what else do they have? It's going to be Draco, Ice Beam, Freeze Dry, Earth Power, right? Typical choice spec set. So if I'm DMT here, I basically just, I guess I think I turn one Sickle to Obama Snow. Like, I don't know. I don't know what else they're going to do. This is looking super bad for them. I think your DTD here, you can actually Earth Power, maybe? Because it covers everything besides like Obama Snow and Rotom, I guess. But if they go Rotom, you just go Swampert, which is a hard counter. So yeah. I think Earth Power here is really good. But this is going to be a huge turn. Both players are probably going to take a while deciding what they want to do. It's only turn 1, but this is going to be the biggest turn of the entire game, probably. There's potential for DTD to get a kill, right? So, a turn 1 kill on any of their mons. You see the Rotom? Oh, we see the Freeze Dry. So they decided to get... I don't know why they didn't Earth Power. I guess they just wanted to get damage on anything no mater what. Because they do get damage here, so Earth Power doesn't get damage, but yeah. The DMT luckily gets the play right. While sacrificing as little as possible, right? Because the safe thing is you just sack your Obama Snow. Because Rotom's super valuable. But yeah. So now we should see a Toxic here. If DTD's crazy, they go Scissor, but I don't think they should risk it. I think they should just go into, I guess, Swampert and eat the Toxic. That's all I can really do here. Who am I rooting for? I don't know who I'm rooting for. Maybe I'm rooting for DTD. So I feel like Impact should have a win by now. But so should Eska, so I don't know. And also, I'm really... Actually, no. Maybe I'm rooting for DMT, because I don't think I want to give Ready You a third FBA win. So yeah, I'm rooting for DMT. Just because of that. Bro, I'm starting to get hungry. And like, I don't want to eat because I want to go back to sleep after this. And it's not good to eat and then go to sleep right after. You gotta digest and shit. We see a Toxic on the Kyurem. Let's see, Freeze Dries again. Ooh, so I guess DTD just wanted to bait out a non-toxic move because they didn't want to get Swampert Toxics, but that's fair. I like that play. I don't like that play from DMT though. The freeze only at 20%. I think if you're DMT there, you definitely Toxic twice. I think that's a misplay, 100%. Like, there's no reason not Toxic twice. Even if they do stay in, then what? Then you can always, if you really want to, Pain Split next turn. There's a Toxic. Okay, they got a Toxic anyway. But once again, I still think they should have double Toxic, because then they would have had Toxic on this, and they get Momentum. Now they don't have Momentum anymore. And DTD can just flip turn. Slowbro, flip turn, Rocky almost gonna chip him. Yep. Do we see any difference between the team DTD is using now? Not yet. It could be the exact same team. I doubt it's the same team. It probably has some differences to trick them. Actually, wait, is this even Specs? I did nothing to Rotom. It's probably like Roost. Let's see the calc. Nope. He is Specs. It's just the Rotom is Spadef. Right? 20? 19? Okay, no, maybe, no, he's not Specs. Van Darkholm comes in. Batman. Ooh. Alright. Is that specs? I don't know actually, because normal Mawile, or both Mawiles, Mega Mawile and normal Mawile have low SPDF, but normal Mawile has even lower SPDF, has like base 50, 55. Okay. Yeah, he's not specs. Oh wait. No, he is specs. Maybe? Okay. Technically, I don't know if he specs, because only DMT knows if he specs, actually. Or obviously DTD does too. But yeah, it depends, because it depends on if Rotom's max HP or not, and if Mawile's max HP or not, or Rotom's SPDF or not. You see Player F come out? Keep in mind, Mawile did live the next freeze drive, because it has a little SPDF boost from the Mega. So, and both teams obviously knew that. How long is this video? An hour and 16 minutes. Oh my god. So long finals. It's 9:13. We're probably gonna be fully done after this and all the interviews at like 10. That leaves me like 2 hours of sleep maybe. Come on, man. Hurry it up. I want to go to sleep. It would have been more fun if Kevin was here, but he's being a little bitch and not waking up. That's crazy. Do what? I'm gonna do something else. Let me pause this. Actually, no, here. You guys can watch. I'll be right back. Alright. Nothing's happened still. I'm gonna code Pac-Man. I've been coding Pac-Man recently, just trying to have a little coding project, re-implement the original Pac-Man. I'm gonna go back to doing that. Ooh! Ooh, shit! That's crazy. That's a crazy turn. Bullet Punch doesn't kill. I thought it would kill too, but it didn't kill. Probably a low roll. And then Mawile goes for Stone Edge and misses. That's a big turn. If they Fire Fang there, that'd be crazy. The miss probably won't matter in the long run. More the fact that they didn't Fire Fang, but damn. Surprised it's Stone Edge. If I was them, actually no, that's fair. Because Moltres is the most expendable member of the team, so it makes sense. And actually, you don't play off there because they can't go Swampert. Because if they go Swampert, then they're weak to Rotom. Oh, unfortunate doesn't begin to describe my series. Shut up. It didn't matter. I mean, it might matter, but you can't. Come on, it's a Stone Edge, and it probably doesn't even matter. That's my reaction. I want to show you guys Pac-Man. Take a look at this. Hold up. Let's add the display capture. There we go. Here's Pac-Man. Don't analyze the code. It's kind of spaghetti code a little bit. Not that much, but only a little bit. Because a lot of Pac-Man's mechanics are very nonsensical and based on many different factors, and they're really annoying to implement. There are my classes. Oh, am I leaking shit? No, we're good. A couple thousand lines of code, I think. And then if I, let's run it. I have to implement the sound effects, I have to implement the life system, I have to implement the life display and the fruits and stuff. And I think after that, I think I'm done. Yeah, Pac-Man's actually really difficult. Old games are always difficult. Oh my god, I just got him. Oh my god, oh my god. Come on, see this. Oh. I fucked up. I shouldn't have done that. And I only have one orb. One power-up orb left. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Fuck. Mirror. I also have to implement the flashing board animation when you beat a level. Oop. See, it just goes straight to this. It doesn't do the little flashing board. Yeah. Should be done another... This took me like maybe a week, and it should be done maybe another few days or so. Alright, back to the battle. We're still here. I didn't miss a single turn. My brothers in Christ, we had a double toxic miss. That mattered hard, Ulu. Yo ma. Only the first one, to be fair. Game was over at the second one. That was a joke now. You know, I still do that. I love how they're having like two different conversations. Like someone's like ew, and the other guy's like, bro, choose a fucking mon. Who's the ew one? I'm pretty sure this is ready. Because Impact's probably not talking. Impact doesn't talk. And then Silvershine doesn't really talk that much either. Ooh, that was me. Impact. Every ooh it's definitely ready. It's 100% ready. That's funny. It was me. Impact. Surely it's Impact. Surely he's not lying. Lying over the internet? No way. Oh. I gotta turn off my fucking display. Oop. I'm gonna go Pac-Man. While we wait for this. I'm gonna implement the flashing board animation. Let's do that. Oh, I don't have... Oh no, I don't have a sprite for the board when it flashes. I only have a sprite for the board when it's not flashing. So I have to download that, which fucking sucks. I'll have to find that. Alright, well, let's do something else for you. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the OBS freezes when I'm not on the screen. Okay. Rotom comes in. Double the Slowbro, expecting the Swampert. I see him Ultras. Okay. Okay. This is looking pretty bad for DMT. DTD's just mons are just too healthy. The thing is, like, once DMT's able to, like, break down their core just slightly, like, they're looking really good, right? If they break down Swampert, Rotom looks good. If they break down Togekiss, Dragapult looks good. If they break down Scizor, Mawile looks good, which Mawil's dead at this point, but yeah, if they can't break it, then they can't break it. Like I don't think they're breaking this. DTD just preserved their mons better. Last time Hurricane miss. So last time they traded the Mawile for Swampert, but this time they couldn't get DMT couldn't get Swampert from them. Yeah, this is looking a lot worse for them. I'm so surprised they brought Moltres instead of Lantern. I feel like Lantern's better here, but. Rotom comes in. So yeah, every time Rotom comes in, I can threaten DTD, right? Because the Swampert is toxic. Yo, if this Moltres has toxic, that would be huge. It probably does, right? Like Hurricane, Fire move, Roost toxic. Maybe a Defog instead of one of those attacking moves, instead of a Fire move. But yeah, a toxic here would be huge in the Rotom. It might even end the game essentially. Bro, I've been listening to this music for the past hour and a half, and you guys have too. That's crazy. Hey, if any of you people are in the FBA are watching right now, and you didn't watch the beginning, like maybe you skipped here, go back to the beginning, bro. That battle was more fast paced, and I was actually commentating because I was not tired of this shit. I've been here for an hour and a half, bro. Look, about 8 o'clock. I've been here for an hour and a half. This isn't fair. They just skip to the interviews. Interviews will be cool. This video will not be uploaded right away, by the way, because I'm going to sleep right away. And then when I wake up again, then maybe I'll upload. I'm not gonna lie, this was not the play. I should have slept in. It's a good battle. It's definitely a good battle. It's just taking so long because, you know, I mean, obviously it's 3 people having to decide what to do. And it's not as fun when you're the only person here, you know. It'd be nicer to have a co-commentator with me. You see a Hurricane, gain damage in the Rotom, and a Volt Switch, that's fair. Once again, Moltres isn't too good here. And any damage in the Rotom is nice, assuming it doesn't Pain Split it back. I guess Kendrick can come in and actually get a kill essentially. So yeah, that's really good because Karen's not bulky, right? Then you just probably Life Orb, switch up moves. So Greninja can probably force the kill for the most part. Once again, this is a very good battle. And Greninja comes in, and it gets his kill. And Lopunny comes in, and it'll probably hit the Slowbro. I wonder if they have maybe a Fake Out Last Resort set this time, in order to hit the Slowbro for more? I don't know, let's see. Maybe probably not, right? Because Toxic sub is good enough. But they're definitely not going to sub here. I don't think they want to lose the health. Ooh, U-turn. I like that. I like that. Kim can come in and get a kill now. Let's go. Let's go, Kieran. I'd say the only bad play or something from both these players is the fact that DMT brought Toxicroak. Someone said they brought it just to try to trick them Ultras into coming in and stun edging that shit. Bop. Bop. Okay, let's write down the kills as we go along. Let's see. There's Lopunny. There's Kieran, Togekiss, Swampert, Scissor, Moltres. Dragapult, Run Heat, Slowbro, Greninja, Bombasnow, Mawile. Mawile has a death, and who killed Moltres? Greninja, okay. 0-1, Bombasnow, 0-1, Greninja, 1 kill. Scissor killed Mawile. Kyurem. Killed Bombasnow. And then Moltres died. Alright, Dragapult comes in. It can get a kill if it predicts right. Actually, this should always be Scissor, because at this point, Mawile is dead. Scissor is not useful for anything else, right? It's not useful for Greninja, for Slowbro, or for Rotom. Maybe for Slowbro a little bit, but it's probably not even can't even do that much, considering Slowbro has a Rocky Helmet itself. Probably Fizdef, and Scissor's probably special. Or Scissor is defensive, not offensive. Wow. Wow. So yeah, I think both players made a fair play. The MT said, okay, we got to make a prediction to win here. We're just gonna hope they go Scissor, because Scissor is probably the best play. But the CD's like, you know what? We're not gonna go with Scissor. Let's just stay in here and sack this thing because we don't really need it. If they over predict, then it's good for us. We kind of instantly win. And yeah, so they win because now Greninja's gonna get a kill. Lopunny's gonna come in. 2-hit KO Slowbro, and yeah, actually Lopunny wins the game from here. For the most part. You see a sack of scissor instead. Ooh, Blizzard! That's sick tech. That's sick tech. I like that. That's for Atogus, obviously. Blizzard is sick. Alright, come on. End this battle already, please! The battle's over. You lose, DMT. It's over. It's Jova. What happened? Hydro Pump. Scissor dies. Okay. But then Lopunny comes in and gets his kill. Oh, I forgot to write down kills. Dragapult dies, so not getting a kill. Ranger kills Scissor. Scissor dies. Karen gets a kill. On my sheet, I have turn 29 misplay from DMT. What is that? Is that actually misplay, or did some information about the situation change? I think information that the situation changed. I think it's when we saw that Rotom actually had a pain split. So it didn't really matter that he took more damage. Yeah. Okay. Not a misplay. No misplays here. Draco Meteor, pop. And then Kyurem died to poison. And he was poisoned by Rotom. Yes. So Rotom gets a kill. Slipper dies. And then Kyurem gets a kill and dies. So Lopunny, I don't even think kills Rotom here without Last Resort, which I don't think it has. But Rotom can't kill it back either. Let's see, crits. Return doesn't kill. Overheat, yep, barely lives. Yeah, let's say he killed it, let's say he crit. Then it's still over. No, it's not over. Oh wow. Well, okay, still is, right? Because Togekiss, if we assume at speeds, it kills, and then Greninja comes in, yeah. Rotom dies. When he gets a kill. And then Lopunny gets the last kill. Goddamn. Alright. Your FBA Season 8 champions are Silvershine, Ready-U, and Impact. Obviously don't sound very excited about that because I'm incredibly tired. But that was definitely a very good battle. Great job to both players. Let's do a call then. Yo, what's up? Who's this? Eska? Okay. You're doing... Hello.
And,
Eska, I'm also doing a coding project I'm working on. I'm making Pac-Man in C++.
Why Pac-Man?
because it's I don't know.
I,
I'm trying to get
I
used to
got
C++
them
for
Angry
new shit.
Birds.
Angry Birds?
Yeah,
Nice.
and
What
we're
language?
doing very badly. But we gotta use some whack library, and neither me nor my partner really understands shit. But he
Fair.
understands this a bit more.
What language are you coding in?
C++. plus plus.
Oh, same. um,
Yeah.
all
It's
right.
it's not fun.
I like C++. All
It's not fun to work with.
right. Anyway, so Pokemon.
Exactly.
So right now, guys, that was an hour and 40 minutes. I woke up at 8 today. I was expecting I need to go back to sleep at like 9, but I'm still going back to sleep after this battle.
How late is this in your time zone?
What's up?
How late is it in your time zone?
It's not late for me. It's
Oh.
early.
It's late for Fenrir, and Fenrir is
It's 9 in the morning.
It's 9 in the morning. 9:30
Yikes.
in the morning. All right. So who do we got here? We got everyone besides Fennel.
Fennel went to sleep.
That's a good call. Well,
I'll probably be hopping out in a bit.
okay. So I obviously have some questions I'm gonna ask and stuff. Before we get to that, do you guys have anything you guys want to talk about with each other?
No, not really.
Good game.
Fuck it,
Sorry.
GG's,
Yeah,
let's
it's
go.
obviously a great game. Yeah. So first of all, so one thing I was wondering, DMT. Why did you guys bring Toxic Rogue? That shit was terrible.
Hey,
Because
it
like
drew
cost
50%.
spots was kind of free either way. We had like a Scarf Toxic Rogue,
yeah.
so we had another thing that's Revenge Spec Skyrim,
Mhm.
and because it was a Skull switch in for Lantern basically.
Yeah, I was expecting Lantern. I'm surprised they didn't bring that. They brought Moltres
Yeah,
instead, I
We had
guess.
Lantern on the team for the longest time, but we switched it out for Togekiss in the end.
Oh wait, you didn't have Togekiss at first?
Yeah. We had a cool we had two teams. The first team was pretty standard, boring shit. SD, Scissor, and stuff like that. Normal, Lopunny, Specs, Kyurem, and defensive Moltres. But our first team was a bit more funky, and it played so well that we were like, okay, that wasn't so bad. Only 2 or 3 things weren't so fine for us, like the Draco on mobile in game 1, or the Toxicness or something like that. So we were like, okay, let's bring the offensive Moltres and the Rained Swampert for Firefang, and Weatherball Moltres for Rotom.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ooh,
Nidoqueen.
that's cool. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Nido.
We were like
Yeah.
really scared of
We-
Nidoqueen in the whole team building, and you didn't bring it at all.
Yeah, my predictions, I thought that DMT wouldn't bring Toxic and they bring Nidoqueen, and then DTD wouldn't bring Moltres, actually. I thought they would bring, you guys would bring Lantern instead of Moltres.
We had Nidoqueen at first, but like it had to predict a lot, and Kyurem came in after quite
Yeah.
a time.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a reliable Moltres answer. It wasn't even a reliable Togekiss answer, because Togekiss can just flinch it to death.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
we had
did- we
this.
did- We did originally have a second team that was a bit different, but like it was kind of dog shit.
Yeah,
Originally the second team will be something like status spam with Hex.
yeah, it
Bolt,
was mostly.
But then we
Yeah,
basically saw Bandbolt still do shit.
So you played
I think what steals
same
the
team?
game the second time was that they actually got their Kyurem predictions right.
Yeah.
And the fact that Mawile died. Mawile dying was sad.
Yeah. Mobile, we can just always press Draco and
Yeah, Draco killed everything. Like, max health Rotom takes one Draco, but it doesn't take the second even after the drop.
Mhm.
no shot.
Yeah.
You could don't like
Yeah,
20.
Yeah, I wasn't even a huge fan of Mawile in the matchup because it needed like basically perfect prediction to work. I think
Yeah,
we all
Yeah,
saw
and
that.
you always have to play
But,
Roxas or Moltres,
if we-
Swampert.
If we didn't bring Mawile, then Kyurem got to click moves for really free.
Yeah.
I even had the idea of just like especially defensive rest Mawile just as a spec Skyrim stop guy, but that was a bit too spicy.
I mean, if they run Earth Power, then you're done, so.
yeah, and we did.
Yeah,
Definitely
I've seen you
run
guys have it.
Earth
Yeah, but the rest was basically so like if Mawile gets into Earth Power range, at least we can rest so we don't die to the next Earth Power. But yeah, there's a reason we didn't run it.
Well, if you to live a Specs Earth power, you have to be like max FIDF probably.
I thought Roxanne Mobile would be pretty good because we switched a lot on U-turn or double switches, so
Yeah.
that would
Rocks would have been our death
momentum.
sentence.
Do you guys not have boots on anything?
Like sub or rocks for game 2, but then we were like, what move do we even drop? Like Sucker was the only moderately droppable move, but then we kind of lose the value out of more if we're up against anything faster than us.
Yeah, we had boots on Moltres both games because Moltres getting rocked is like you just make it 5 months basically, so you basically have to play boots on mobile on Moltres.
Yeah, we I was considering like going lefties on Rodom at some point, but switched to boots for basically the same reason. I didn't rule rocks very likely at first. I did for game 2 once I saw Swampert over Lantern, but I knew if we don't have boots and they do bring rocks, then Rodom is worthless.
True.
And in game 1, DTD was kind of playing around the Mawile pretty early, and they could have sacked the Swampert, but instead you guys had to play around it a lot and use Scissor and stuff. Were you guys like scared at all of SD Mawile, or did you just not think it had it?
No, we didn't fear SD Mobile because we had a lot of options against it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Also,
we kind of figured out
the moveset because you to really lead like moves for Moltres, you need a move for Scissor. You also need a stab for Swampert, and we already saw Sucker Punch, so we didn't think they had the move slots for SD.
Yeah, definitely. Because if they did, like, I guess technically SD plus knockoff could have hurt you guys, but I mean, once you guys saw they had Sucker Punch and they had a Stone Edge, they couldn't fit it all into one set. So.
Yeah, the thing is, Swords and Small basically need Sucker Punch to do shit, but Swords Dance plus Sucker is just awful coverage.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even guaranteed to work because Moltres needs to get within range and all.
Mm-hmm.
And Flame Body is a bit too.
Yeah, it's always risky. I mean, a lot of the times we were just hesitant to click play rough at all. Not even necessarily because Moltres or Scissor could come in, but because of Flame Body. Because Moltres just came in, we just went to Rodom every time, but if Mobile gets burned, it's a dead slot.
Right. I honestly think that the biggest asset for your team, DMT, was the Rodom. In game 1, I think you guys mainly won that because you guys were able to get rid of Swampert, so Rodom could kind of shine there.
We had a plan for it, but we lost Swampert too early. The grass knot on Slowbro surprised us a bit. We weren't really aware that Slowbro got grass knot, so...
Yeah, I had no idea too.
And it was fine exactly until the moment and when they revealed the Toxic.
Yeah.
The Toxic killed us.
Well, what I do want to say is, like, we're happy it got delayed because it was mostly Fennel who convinced us to go Rodom over Thunderous in the end.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Oh yeah, me and Esko were both totally in for Thunderous.
Oh yeah, Thunderous would have been free for us.
It's like Thunderous was nice offensively because like Swampert doesn't wall it, but then Moltres
offensively and Prankster Thunderwaves are always going to be nice.
Yeah, but Lantern shits on Fundy. Grassnut doesn't do too much, like 60 on the Grassnut, and Lantern eats that up like it's breakfast.
Yeah, honestly, if we knew that they weren't going to bring Lantern, I think you guys honestly could have brought Rodom and Thunderous instead of like the Abomasnow or the Toxic Rogue.
If they have Rotom and Thunderous in the team preview, we obviously would bring Lantern then, so...
but the thing is, if we...
They didn't have it as a draft, right? They couldn't bring it. He's not
if we had Thunderous and Rodom, we must have dropped Slowbro, we couldn't afford that.
Yeah,
definitely.
Like, the only Slowbro alternative was Suicune, which itself was a tier 2.
Yeah, no, I think Slowbro was good there.
Bro is just a better Suicune in this matchup because you need to bro against the Lopunny, that's a swole thing. But the problem there is, like Suicune, you always lose to Max Kyurem.
Yeah.
That was
we got Mirror Code Suicune again.
True, yeah.
I think we kind of didn't expect Kyurem to come.
What?
Not because Kyurem wasn't good, it clearly was good, but because the other ones looked better overall.
Nah.
Yeah, for the drafting process, we were heavily expecting Garchomp.
Nah.
I
Kieran is.
wanted like Garchomp at first with Garchomp with then Greninja and Chandelure, so Hex Chandy with T-Spikes, but then Fennel went Bolt because yeah, Bolt is dump. Mostly also because the threat of Coco was there and we really didn't want to risk running into Coco with a ground not being Nidoqueen again.
Yeah, true. But against Queen, we could play CM stored power. That's a heat
Yeah.
set, but yeah.
Just Nature's Madness and U-turn is already pretty good at shutting
Sure.
Queen down.
I'm gonna head out. See you guys.
All right, see you, Mitch.
Good game, y'all.
See ya.
See ya.
Yeah, I think the first battle was like it kept going back and forth between who I thought was going to win. At first, I thought DTD had the team matchup, but then DMT kind of brought it back a bit, being able to kill Swampert. And then I thought DTD was never going to back again with Togekiss, being able to outspeed the Rotom and then heal it off, but then Rotom revealed Toxic, which kind of ended it, right?
We also had Select Berry on Togekiss and Nasty Plot, so we could have
You
done.
did Salakberry. What?
Yeah.
Could you all show me the Togekiss spread because I was calking like crazy on that. I think
just
at
like
the end
max
I thought
HP.
it was... What?
It's just like max HP and like 8 def, 4 special def.
I was thinking at the end just like max HP, max speeds, and it's
Yeah,
basically
pretty
that.
much it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were at a bit low putty both games and were a bit scared that your Greninja would be faster, but you had spread crapped, I don't know, something else, so low putty was always fast.
At
Really
first, it sped grabbed like Persian, which at the same time, I think that barely creeps Adamant Lopunny, but I'm not sure. And second game, we're basically okay, Persian is not coming at all, so we're just going Modest on this. Like, creeping Adamant Lopunny was something I was considering, but I thought it's so unlikely that we basically shouldn't take it into account at all.
And our thought process just like adamant damage, let's go.
True.
Oh fuck. Okay, now I'm feeling stupid.
Well, alright, this video is reaching 2 hours. I think I'm going to end it here and go to sleep. But yeah, great battle, guys. Congratulations, DTD, for winning FBA Season 8. Ready now has his 3rd championship.
Let's fucking go.
No one thought we could did it after the first trimester.
True. That was
Yeah.
a dog shit.
You guys came back,
6
though.
losers.
Alright, I'll see you guys. Peace out.
See ya.
No,
Peace.
goodbye.
Alright, people. Thank you all for watching. This video will probably be uploaded in like 3 hours. I'm going to sleep right now. I hope you guys have enjoyed. See you all later. Bye-bye.